Gym training in the morning versus gym training in the evening. I would like to discuss a little bit about this with you today. Which one is actually better? I will give you pros and cons of both, and then let's decide together what the best option is. By the way, my name is Boris Kish, and welcome to the channel. Training early in the morning. So, when I was in my early competitive days, I was told that the best way is to do cardio really, really early in the morning, maybe even at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. if possible. And I was doing that when I was really early on the empty stomach. And then after that I went to my home, had my breakfast, took a break of maybe 1.5 hours, and went back to the gym to train heavy with weights. This was extremely exhausting for me. So first of all, I would never suggest that you go early in the morning to the gym on the empty stomach. Doesn't matter if you're preparing for the contest, if you're cutting, if you're bulking, whatever you're doing. But really, even if you're cutting weight, doesn't make sense to go early in the morning completely on the empty stomach. What does that mean? That doesn't mean that you should wake up and eat as much as you can, but I would say if you train early in the morning, you should definitely have a meal before that. Let's say 50 grams of oatmeal, maybe one small spoon of peanut butter, and I would say 10 egg whites. That way, if you work out and if you do cardio after that, you will have much more power, much more energy, and you will be able to burn fat even better. Also, if you're really first doing cardio in the morning on the empty stomach, as a lot of them are suggesting, I would say don't do it on the empty stomach if you're doing cardio before weights. At least take a protein shake and take one banana after that. They say, this will kill your fat burning capabilities, and no, it's not the truth. Why? Because as I said, I always give you example what worked for me. I was always really heavy and really strong. Not that now I'm putting myself in front of you, I was really big and strong and heavy, but as I was mentioning before, if you didn't saw that video, I'm 193 centimeters tall. In my career, I was even up to 135, 34 almost kilos in off season, on the stage around 110. That means that my body was really functioning like a big tank. And when I was going early in the morning to do even cardio on the empty stomach, I felt that my blood pressure will fell down. I was not able to lift properly, to heavy properly. And when I was, let's say, on the treadmill, on the bike, I was like, and if I took a little bit carbs, because the fat is burning on the fire of carbohydrates, or if you're in ketosis, if you're doing this with fats, which is another story, but you need to put a little bit gas in the tank, and that way the machine will burn more. Let's say if I took 50 grams of oatmeal, I was really, able to kill that cardio for another hour after the gym early in the morning. I didn't feel exhausted. I was sweating a lot like a maniac, and I definitely felt that the fat burning process was going much better in the next 24 hours. So the benefits of training early in the morning, as I said, if you're not completely hungry, is you had a good night rest, you slept hopefully pretty good, you're fully energized, you can do a really proper workout, heavy workout with weights, and then cardio after that. I would suggest that system. And then you can do your daily activities without problem. Your natural happy hormones will be in stratosphere, serotonin, dopamine, endorphin, and you will feel great. Those are the benefits. Those are the pros. The cons are You know, if you really want to lift heavy, as I always did, early in the morning, you might not have that kind of amount of energy and power. Also, if you have this small breakfast before lifting it, but you know, I would suggest to go early in the morning anyway, so far. And let's now transit and let's speak about gym training in the evening or late at night. So the bad thing about that is if you really had hard day at work or with your family or with your kids or whatever you did, when you come to the gym you will mentally be good for nothing. I mean, if you're completely drained, let's say you have workout at 6 p.m. or 9 p.m., you know, you're not as fully motivated properly as early in the morning because the day is already finished. Maybe it was too hard. You will maybe think, you know, fuck, you know, better I skip today, better I go to bed. Those are, you know, the negative things about going in the evening. When I was really young, it didn't matter for me. When I was in my 20s or early 30s, I was able to go in the evening. But then again, I really felt when I did all the pros and cons, pluses and minuses, that training in the morning was giving me better benefits. But then again on the evening, let's say if you're heavyweight person who is working out and if you have a lot of size already, if you train in the evening, if you organized your meals properly, let's say you had 4, 5, 6 meals, after that you're already going to be full. You put proper nutrition in your body and it's easier to train like that than when you're almost completely hungry in the morning. Those are the benefits, you know. That I really liked. For example, when I was putting size and when I was taking stuff, you know, in the evening was kind of, I felt way better pump, you know, early on just a little bit oatmeals and egg whites or protein shake with banana. I didn't felt that kind of pump, and that's the best feeling, by my opinion, than that you can get in the gym. In the evening was much better, but then my focus in the evening was not as good as in the morning, you know, because in the evening there are periods when I said, okay, you know, I really just want to go home and lay in bed. And that's not a proper mindset if you really want to develop. I mean, it was not that extreme. Of course, I love this sport and I always loved, but this is how I felt. And also when you come in the evening at home, you take shower, you know, you go to bed, you can feel that, you know, you know, your pulse is pulsing in the pillow because you're fully pumped. And you know the body needs few more hours until it really starts shutting down and wanting to sleep. So again, those are the negatives. Now after 30, my final conclusion all day every day is that you go, doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 80, go as earlier as possible and have something, put something in your stomach, bodybuilding style, before that, and that's going to give you the best possible benefits. But also, if this does not work for you, if you're somebody who functions much better when he trains late at night or maybe even at midnight, if you have 24 hours open gym as I did, you know, here in Vienna, then do it that way. The best way is the way that's going to give you results. If you function perfectly by going at 9 p.m. in the gym, do it. I know that I didn't, especially if I took, I don't know, coffee or something before that. It was definitely destroying my sleep. Though that's the topic that I really wanted to share with you today. Write in the comment section what do you like about this. Do you agree or not? Write me when is the best time for you to train. Please like and subscribe this channel if you want to support me, because I really want to give you as much great experience details that I have from my past and from my present and hopefully from my future, and to help as many people as I'm planning to do to you. Till next time. Bye.